What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Film City for Rookies. Today, man, we're going to break down that special receiver right here, Brian Thomas Jr. Now, what makes him so special? To me, it's the way he accelerates and decelerates. I mean, he's got hands. We all know that, but let's run this play back real quick. So, essentially right here, we're going to have our comeback route right here, right? So, comeback route right there. You're going to have Thomas kind of on a skinny post, kind of on a crosser. He's going to go over the top. Now, you see the route the offense is going to run. Defense, they're going to be in a cover 4 look, which is actually shocking that this play works to a point. So he's got this quarter over here. He's got this quarter. All right, so on and so forth, quarter and a quarter look. So as we let this play go, take a look what happens right here. Ball snap to Mr. Lawrence right there. We're going to see a comeback route right here. All right, now that's going to pull both these defenders towards that. Now I want you to watch Thomas right here on the inside. Watch how he sneaks by both guys right there, right? Outside receiver pulls him down. Thomas, bang, 2 feet in. And he's got to be careful right here, right? Because you're going to see right here, as he's running past both these defenders, if he's going full speed, right? I mean track speed, he's going to run himself out of bounds. But he's got to slow down, anticipate where the ball is going to be, bring it in, and then toe tap that thing with 2 feet down, man. That first play alone shows you how good he is. We've got a few more of those. Let's keep it going. Next play we're going to look at, we're going to essentially have a go route right here from Thomas. We're going to have a dig route right here from the slot receiver. Now, Browns look to be in a cover 3. So if you're seeing this, you're like, okay, go route over the top. All right, a dig underneath. Outside DB should stay with him. But once again, it goes back to what I said before. The way he can decelerate and accelerate. So let's run this back real quick. You're going to have a play action. Now, like I said before, you have your dig route right there. If he's running the dig, bang. Depending on how deep that dig is, middle field safety might pick him up, maybe not. If it's kind of short, a linebacker could drop. Or if nobody's running deep over here in a cover 3 look, this DB is probably going to play that, right? So that's what you watch for with the dig route, right? So he's most likely going to pass him off right there. And all they were trying to do was to occupy the middle field safety and get one-on-one with Brian Thomas Jr. on the outside. And that's exactly what they get. But let's run it back to about right here real quick. Focus on that decelerate right there. And then bang, you see him turn it on, right? So take a look right here. From the 50 to the 40, he slows down. And then bang, you see him speed back up when he goes to track the ball. So I talked about the way he accelerates, he decelerates. But also the way he finds the ball, man. Woo, what a catch right there. Let's keep it going. Next play we're going to look at right here. All right, Bears. It looks to be a cover 1 look. All right, safety's going to drop down. He's going to bite on the run. You're going to have man coverage across the board. You're going to have a 3-yard slant from Brian Thomas right there. And once again, it's how smooth he is at the beginning of his routes, at the top of his routes, and then when he takes off. And what I mean by that is, like I said before, most likely it was a cover 1 right. Safety's going to bite down on that right there. Brian Thomas, bang. Now, run it back a little bit more. Take a look when the ball snapped right here. But before we do that, though, look how the DB's playing. He's giving him inside release. So, like I said before, most likely it was a cover 1 look. Maybe a robber, maybe a spy in the middle. But they both bite on that play action right there. And there goes Thomas, right? DB, he's giving him inside release. He's expecting help. Thomas, I mean, he's just going to blaze right through, man. Good stuff right there. Once again, back in the red zone. This time you're going to have Thomas playing the Z right here. And honestly, right here, the Patriots, I mean, they messed up. You know, he's wide open right there. Next play right here, it's 2nd and 7. Lawrence is dropping back. And once again, you see Thomas, it's like a bike. You see him shifting gears depending on where the ball is, right? I mean, whoo, what a catch right there. Next one right here against the Packers. I mean, look what he does to the DB. Let's run that back real quick. So it looks to be cover 4 once again, though it could be a cover 2 pre-snap. And essentially you're going to have a deep out right over here, probably a little bit deeper. You're going to have a little double move, bang, bang, into a post route. Now, like I said before, pre-snap it could look like a cover 2, but you're going to see it's a cover 4 look. And what happens is DB is expecting help on the inside, right? So look how he's playing Thomas. And Thomas sees that. So he's like, okay, I've got essentially inside release, but how can I make it more easier, right? So take a look what he does. What you're going to see right here is bang, double move. Now that DB who gave him inside release, right, the safety, he can't come back. He could potentially recover, right? If you take a look right here, let's say Brian Thomas just runs, this post route right here, bang to bang, right? If the safety's behind him, he could potentially recover if Trevor Lawrence were to hang the ball a little bit. But after this double move, bang, bang, it's over, right? It's over right there. He makes defenders pay, whether it's the 5-yard line or the 15-yard line. Next play we're going to look at right here, we're going to pause it at the top of his route, right? And the reason we're pausing right here, and I actually want to run it back for a quick second, is lately we talked about Brian Thomas getting that inside release. Right here, you can see that DB, he did his homework. He's not going to let him get inside release. So watch what he does. Let's run it back real quick, take a look what happens. He's like, okay, you're going to get outside release, that's it, bang. BT still getting in, right? Take a look at this one more time. He's going to run that dig route, bang. And that double move at the top of his route. The double moves he does are nasty. Bang, bang. Gets the DB off balance. Look at this man go right here. Boom. Light work, man. So we've seen Thomas with the deep routes, kind of a 2-yard slant, but take a look right here, all right? He's going to line up on the line. Lions look to be running a zone coverage right here. Cover 3 potentially could be cover 2 at Tampa 2. But watch Thomas. When he comes off the line, he's not going full speed, right? It's like what I said about the first play. When you watch him, he knows how to decelerate, and the second he cuts, he's gone, right? The second he cuts, he knows how to make defenders think one thing and then bang, he's going to do the other thing on the backside. And honestly, that's what makes him so special, especially plays like this where it's 3rd and 10, gets up to 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10. He did this on 3rd and 10. Run that back real quick. Take a look at this right here. So 3rd and 10, they go to the drag route underneath. Okay. You got one guy right here, potentially second guy right here over the top, or the safety right here. All before I would assume the 50-yard line. First guy gets blocked, okay. Second guy's not fast enough in safety, took a terrible position, and there goes Brian Thomas all the way down to the 15-yard line. That's actually insane, right? 30, 35, 40, 50, so we're at 20 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards. 60 yards off a drag route underneath. You saw the route running, but then you give him something like this underneath. What happens is defenses come up to stop that, and then bang, you give it to a receiver over the top. Ooh, man. Next play we're going to look at, are you going to have Thomas top of your screen? Okay, a little combo route. You got the flat, curl over the top. But what I want you guys to watch with Thomas right here is how he's always keeping his eye on the quarterback. So Thomas lined up in the slot, so we're going to let the play go. We're going to pause it about right here. Honestly, they're both open, right? But QB, he's still making his reads on the right side. 3rd and 4, either one of those were a first down. But watch Thomas right here. Sees the QB scramble, and then bang, the second the QB starts to roll out to the left, take a look right here, bang, Thomas takes off. This is what you have to love about him. He's fast. He's got great route running. He knows how to decelerate, accelerate. This is a quarterback's best friend right here, is Brian Thomas Jr. And that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. More content coming soon. Film Study for Rookies is out. Peace.